Hello, I'm Wiro, the face with a guy on his mask. Welcome to week 5 of the Comic Collective. Every week we're setting a challenge for cartoonists to make comics. If you want to write a comic but you think, hey, I don't know how to draw, don't worry. Just script your comic, upload it, and one of our illustrators will draw it for you. Last week I challenged you to write a comic inspired by real life events. This wasn't really about creating a little autobiography, it's more about just using that inspiration from your life to make art. And I think you guys really got that because the contributions were really on point this week. Here's a few that I really liked. Tai Bath, who is becoming a regular contributor of awesome comics, made this comic about existential questions she asked as a child. If I'm on the toilet and someone tries to kill me, will you be mad if I poop on the floor trying to escape? If she dies, can I keep her in a jar in my bedroom? If I kick a diplodocus in the balls, do I have time to run until the pain reaches its brain? I can imagine this being like a series of weird shit kids ask their parents. I also think that the solemn style of illustration is really fitting. Nice work, man. Unusual Suspect contributed this beautifully arranged comic about her love affair with books throughout her youth and adult life. I'm told that when I was little, I would wake my mom, not with crying, but with chatting to my books. When I got older, I got lost in a toy shop. Eventually, they found me sitting on an empty shelf reading. Once, whilst being babysat by my uncle, he ran into the room in a panic. He found me reading. Apparently, I was just too quiet. I always loved books and getting lost in stories, so now there are stories about me getting lost with books. Visually, I just love how we go through stages of her life using props from each setting as a way of separating panels. I think that was a really creative way of telling a really sweet story. Roswell Gray wrote a comic about her long car journeys. It takes 8 hours to drive to my parents' house. Most of it is interstate. It really drives home my weird. I run dialogue for stories out loud in my car. I sing loudly with and without music. I think of all kinds of things. Yeah, it's long, but it feels productive. I can really relate to this one. I love long car journeys and I feel like it's the one opportunity that I have to kind of sort stuff out in my head. I also really like the way it's drawn. It's very childlike and shambolic, and I think that the style becomes a sort of extension of the character. And lastly, Katcheth contributed this comic about her trip to Europe. Do you guys want to get a drink or something? Nah, we have an early train. Okay, have a good night then. It was nice meeting you. She walks along some cobbled European streets and then discovers this mysterious sound of some kind of party. Can I go in? Sure. She walks in to people rocking out in various animal masks. Someone hands her a mask and she's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, and it's just this ambiguous story about joining in some kind of ritualistic masquerade rock gig. It's really beautifully painted and it just makes me happy. Brilliant contributions, everyone. Thank you so much for indulging my strange requests over the past few weeks. It's been an honor to be part of the creation of the Comic Collective, and I really can't wait to see what other comic challenges come up so I can start contributing my own comics. Speaking of which, I will now pass you on to our glorious new leader of the Comic Collective. All bow to your new queen, Lottie.
Thanks, Wiro, for the introduction. Let's all give him a round of applause for being a great host this last month. Hi everyone, it's Lottie, and I'm going to be the next host for the Comic Collective. So, we might as well just get to it. Here's week 5's challenge. I'm naming it Anything But Human. The whole point of the challenge is that you cannot, and I mean absolutely cannot, write about a human. It can be about anything else though. The sky's the limit. You could write about the sky, write about the clouds, write about animals, write about fictional animals, monsters you create in your head. I would really even love to see some inanimate objects used, like the life of trees, or the life of a flower, the life of your alarm clock, whatever you want to do. You have 4 panels or less to write this in, and you'll have till Tuesday, May 26th to contribute all of your text and image records. And I can't wait to see what you all come up with. Thanks everyone, bye!